Shooby doo bop. Okay. Mental is being problematic. I seem to be in a better mood when I'm going to bed than when I wake up. Dang, that's really steaming. Oh. Put a little bit too much cream in that. Alright, so first thing I want to do is merge a new version of the game RPC. Here. Well, we'll see. Does it break the game? We haven't surf are popping off in terms of player count compared to normal. I'm used to seeing 200 players on Surf, and there's 300. Alright, here we go. It should be seamless. There should be no problems. It should just work. Here we go. Aloha. Hello? So this will take... Actually, I don't know how long it takes. I made it faster recently. Did you hear? Did you hear the news? Big Roblox drama. Perfect time to make Roblox 2. I feel like if you haven't already been making Roblox 2 for the past like 5 years, you won't do it in time. I did see a GitHub project that was trying to have compatibility with Roblox. Open source. Oh wow, the build is already done. 47 seconds. I think it used to take 2 minutes. Alright, well here it goes. Game RPC a few seconds ago. That looks fresh and new and good. Nice. Okay, it's updated. It's running. Okay, it works. Hooray! Is this on Roblox or not? This is Roblox. You can tell because of the giant ugly buttons in the top left. Is your custom engine completed? It will never be completed. Probably it'll be an eternal project. I play B-Hop 24/7. No way. Oh man. I am planning to work on the custom engine today, but some people were having problems with the Roblox game, and I'm not planning to stop working on the Roblox game or like drop it entirely and like like kill the project. That's not in the cards. I'm more interested in making my perfect vision version. God damn. So what was that build for? That I assume that is referring to the standalone game. This one. This I just explained that seconds ago. It's my perfect vision for a B-Hop game. Unburdened by Roblox and its, can I say idiosyncrasies? Does that apply? Yes. So Roblox does what Roblox does. I was there when you started. The memories. It's like 2 years ago, man. Okay, so the plan today. No. Strafe Project 2023. 2 years. Do a little dance. Okay. Okay, so I managed to fix everything. Everything was freaking broken like crazy. Look at all these little fixes I did. I was like, yes, the updates. Great. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Fantastic. Very good. Ugh. Okay. Ooh, cool. So we can see. I'm gonna take a liberty here. So this is the new version running. This is the change. This is what I changed, what I just deployed in this update. It now prints error messages. I had no idea that this error was happening. It's not that important. It's accessing a feature that doesn't exist. But it should help with debugging an issue that's one of the players is having. It's a medley. Super hit medley. Okay, so today's plan. The plan is to implement unit tests for the Strafe client physics. So I have tests right now that go like, bonk, yes, it collided. Yes, the physics work. Bonk, yes, bonk, yes, bonk, yes, 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 yes. But what I don't have is a test that like tests like an exact miss or like 1 pixel on hit or like 1 pixel away as well. I think I want like some variations of like hitting corners, sliding past corners exactly like down to the nano unit. So that's what I plan to do today is make a bunch of unit tests for the physics. For the Roblox game or the standalone? The Roblox game has 0 testing. Be right back. I play B-Hop. It's really fun. I'm glad. I certainly play B-Hop less than I used to, but now that Roblox works on my platform, I can boot it up. Is it still running? What's going on with the computer? Oh, this is running. Yeah, I can boot it up. Which it's interesting. Like the threshold to like not bother is so low for me. Where like if I have to boot a Windows virtual machine, I'm not gonna do that, even if it takes like 30 seconds. It's just like too much barrier to entry. It has to be seconds. Like even can I do this? Yes, I can. Even like going like this and having to navigate through this page and like having to see these ads bothers me. I have to scroll once and click. Bruh. You done with the structs? Oh, are you talking about the Colvec? Oh, array of structs. Yeah, I did put that in the stream title. It's working. I could put more work into it 5 days ago. Really? It's Thursday. Damn. Notably, it has almost no trait implementations. Like clone and does Vec have like eek? Anyways, it would need some polishing off to be good. I'll probably work on it again when my friend's library gets updated. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's physics. So these are all physics tests. But they're like single body tests. I want tests that are a little bit more integrated. Well, actually, no. Some of the tests can be done here. Test collision axis aligned. Test collision rotated. Expected collision time. So all of these degenerate straight down. All of these are these tests. I can go here. And I can go like cargo test. And it didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Oh, I guess it's in the lib. Oh, I guess so. Cargo test. Uh-oh. Every single test should pass. I believe I can do it. It shouldn't be that hard. All I have to do is go chunk, 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 chunk. There are some tests. So those are the tests that I was scrolling through. And they all passed. Rust makes it so easy to write tests. These should also pass. Let's try them. Oh. Yeah, it's more of an integration test actually. Degenerate straight down. Okay, so what the hell is going on in Miami, bruh? So we have a cube. And Roblox B-Hop hitbox. Platform mesh H0. Okay, so 515. Okay. Five one five. So I should be able to call this. What? New transform. Why does it have a transform? Isn't that like always 0? Zero. Oh. Huh? Um, maybe shouldn't I just write like a ton of collision unit tests with like cylinders and spheres and then just like once I pass all the tests, everything is good. Five one five. Okay, I'm just gonna write it. Okay. We're gonna scroll to the bottom. Test. Function. Um. Um. What is this test called? It's called like exact miss north. Something like that. So okay, this is the offset, right? So position, velocity, acceleration, time. Position is 0. East. North. So you're 5 studs up. You're moving down. I'm gonna want something like this. Okay. So if there's a 5x5 platform in the middle, and you are 2x2, then doesn't that mean when you move, if you're aligned in the center, if you move 2.5, now you're aligned over the edge. If you move another 1, you're off the edge. So this is 3. We're looking for 7/3. 7 halves. Wow. Yeah, then you're moving straight down, and it's supposed to not collide. So I picked this up from north, right? -3. -Z. Okay. Exact miss north. Bop, bop, bop. So we're going to do northeast, southwest. It'd be nice if I could generate these. And like test all variations of a box. Alright. North, east. East is sounding like +7, 0. Do I have a limit? Okay, let's keep going. South will be +7. West will be -7. Okay, do I have a time limit? 10 seconds. Am I allowed to do this? Say there's no time limit? Whoa, that's cool. Did I really do that? That's crazy. What a god. Wow, it's an infiltrate. That's so cool. Okay, so I wrote some tests. Does it fail the tests? Lib, physics. No, it's engine physics. I bet you it does. Okay. So we have exact miss. We have a near miss, which will be plus I don't have epsilon. So near miss, it's moving in by 1, and we expect it to hit after the 2 second. So near miss. These are after? Wait, why did I paste these in the middle? Are you stupid? Hold tight. What the hell? Bruh, I just did the wrong ones. Okay. Near miss. Alright, before we do that, we'll do the exact ones. North, east, southwest. Physics. Add edge case tests. Failing tests are actually the best. Use spaces. Doubt and waste 10% of the file size? I don't think so. If I use spaces, then the repo over here, which is under my camera, would use 23 megabytes instead of 21. That's absurd. Why would I use 23 megabytes? That's too much. It's too much. So near miss. So this is an exact miss. I need to pull it in. Add 1 to there. So it's like plus. Oh. X3 raw 0 0 1 add 1, and then it's expected to be hit after 2 seconds. Also use tabs. And why would you waste 4 bytes on a space who can have 1 byte for a tab? Delete comments. At least comments provide some value for the storage space they occupy. Alright, spaces is one thing. I can see why you would want that, but like, why would you use spaces for indentation? It just leaves room for the wrong indentation amount. It's just like you can always, the editor can mess up, you can mess up the wrong amount of spaces. It just doesn't seem like the right tool for the job. Alright, so we're adding this. New lines are bad. I don't see how that would be. You require there's some required information to put a new line to explicitly specify to go to another line. So having a new line character means it represents that meaning. I don't know how to like explain it. Like that seems like you can't have implicit new lines. That doesn't really work. East. Okay. So then south. We're gonna add -1. And then west. We're gonna add 1. So it's moving in slightly. Wait, is near miss when you miss or when you hit but almost missed? Maybe it should be called almost miss. And then empty line, like using it before if. Okay, so you're saying like that. Yeah, you could save that single byte. It's not as valuable as like all of the bytes saved here, which is a joke. Basically, I'm doing it out of habit because I've done it for 10 years. Okay, so narrow miss. So we just change plus to minus. Alright, so now we have 12 new tests that I expect 8 of them to fail. No, I expect 4 of them to fail. Oh, 8 failures. What? It's not even symmetrical. What am I doing? Oh my god. Narrow miss north. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Okay. Okay, what if I glop these tests and do boom boom boom, and we go uh uh 2 gap multi-unit miss, and we do like, instead of 1s here we have 2s. Stupid. All right. Hopefully these ones don't fail. Okay, is the north one just bugged? Did I just write it wrong? Multi-unit miss north. North. Oh, I did. Oh, okay. It's wrong. Okay. North, narrow miss. It thinks it should hit, but it's miss. Yeah, okay. And then, okay, so I just didn't paste this that it should hit. Okay, almost miss means it hits. So every almost miss needs to be hitting. Okay, I just wrote the tests wrong. Whew. All right. Number of tests failed goes down. Okay. Oh, it's symmetrical. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll like write what it is. Overlap edges by 1 epsilon. Exactly miss edges. Miss edges by 1 epsilon, and then miss edges by 2 epsilons. I don't know why this would fail. It's not. Maybe it's not that useful of a test. It might be more useful if it's rotated. It's really interesting thinking about rotated, because like, I effectively have a voxel system, even though I'm using integers. I guess you could say that like floating point worlds are also voxel worlds, but like with non-square voxels, according to how far you are from the see you using spaces and comments. XD. Yeah, I've started using a leading space in comments. I used to go like this. I see it. He's using a space. Excuse me, developer. Where's your consistency? Okay, I don't think these are adding value. So like, it makes sense to okay, so imagine this is a 3x3x3 voxel. This is a 4x4x4 voxel. So effectively, if we jump 1 unit at a time, I'm testing this. I'm testing this, and I'm testing this to make sure this misses, and this hits. And so it looks like we have failure cases for the exact misses. They are hitting instead of missing on all sides, which is interesting. I guess that makes sense, because if I have a greater than or equal to, I'm kind of happy that it's symmetrical. Asymmetry is like just like your physics is bad if it's asymmetrical. If you have isotropy. Oh my god. That's pretty cool. I don't know, like it seems obvious, I guess, that it should work if the other stuff is working. But yeah, that's an edge case. Okay, so that no. Okay, so now I need more tests. Basic simulation. So I need to like make a test environment, and the test okay. Imagine that this is the same size as this. The test environment should be like this, and then why would it do that? So there's a bug. The bug is if you hit the edge and then fall down, it like has an event where you stop touching the top of this at the same time where you start touching here, and it fails to process both events in 0 seconds between moments. It can't like update the contact list to include this, and then advance the simulation by 0 seconds, and then also update the contacts list to include that. So what if you hit a corner exactly as well? I guess I need tests. I guess I need tests. I guess I need a test. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These are my props. Rustformat will instantly fix your 10-year condition. Yeah, but then my beautiful formatting of like specific functions will be gone. Hold on, let me find a function that's beautifully formatted. Let's see. Control Shift I. It's not bad. What about this one? This algorithm is actually pretty juiced. It's a juicer. I really rustified it hard. This is from my friend's Lua code. It's adapted. Yeah, it's actually a juicer. I was able to like remove some checks by having type safety. Very epic. Very epic. Yeah, so this was previously calling the generic function get push rate and contacts for any number of contacts or whatever. Okay, I don't remember the algorithm, but zero contacts, right? You start out with 0 contacts. So this is infallible. And so I wrap it in sum here because this is fallible. You may not find a thing. Push rate. No way. Const huge. It's beautiful. I love the rusty sum none. I can't believe that this works. Real crazy. Oh, it's also a fixed length array. Like, oh, so good. Oh yeah, I use references instead of indices into an array. Amazing. The best. Cannot believe this works without spaces. Oh yes, yeah, well yes, of course, yes. Spaces would clearly ruin this code. It would be awful if there was spaces. Let's see what it looks like. That took a little while. Don't show me this. This is just a cube. Debug print mesh. I think mine is better. It's more compact. This is like converted from 64 bits to 32 bits. I was doing it differently. I didn't want to redo the mesh. Maybe the loaders have some stuff. Like this will go like right. What do you think? This might stay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it stayed. Oh, did I? I'm pushing errors. Oh, that's nice. Recoverable errors. I changed the way that it fails. Instead of like just instantly failing when it encounters a problem, or silently ignoring the issue, it pushes to a struct that contains recoverable errors. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. And it describes exactly what went wrong when converting the map. This is so good. I did this for the Roblox loader? Damn, I went hard. I guess I must have just been hot off the heels of writing the map website validator, because it does the same sort of thing. Damn, I actually put in the effort. GG. Ah, it's duplicated code. Mesh 5, Mesh 2. I do like the mesh builder. That was a really good idea. I don't even know what I'm looking at. This is a converter that takes in a Roblox map file and generates a Strafe client map file. So I also have a map tool over here that downloads the textures and meshes and unions. So you provide it the Roblox map file, and it like scans it for all of the assets and then downloads all the assets. And then this invokes the converter, and the converter will like use all of the assets and put them into the map. And then this is the StrafesNet file format map, and I describe it. Wow. And then it's got. I really like my organization. This was hard to come up with. Cause like for the bot files on the Roblox game, it's simple to design a streamable file format because you're just playing a bot back over time. It's literally just like a video file, right? Where you have just the first second chunk, the second chunk, the third second chunk, seconds of playback, 1, 2, 3, and you just load them as you need them, and you can like jump ahead, and easy, right? But what about a map file? How do you have a streamable map file? So what I came up with is obviously some sort of spatial indexing. I use bounding volume hierarchies, and each block has certain extents, so that's the region of space it occupies. And I believe this also knows which textures it uses, textures and meshes or something. Yeah. But yeah, the conversion is pretty tough. New streamable map. Huh? Into complete map. Is this the forwards process or the backwards process? Okay, this is the backwards process. This is just loading everything from the file. Yeah. So it's just like reading everything. This is a non-streaming file load, but then the conversion into the spatial organization is really hard. What is this? Collect spatial blocks. Huh? 1 year ago. Inspect the node weights. Node. Oh yeah. So this is how I decide how much data to include in each space. I start with a tree that goes all the way down to individual elements, and the tree has the weight of each element, which is like how much space it takes up or something. And then it propagates that weight up, and it sums it to the aggregate nodes, to like the parent nodes of multiple will sum the child nodes ahead of time. And so I have this like weight tree, and then I'll like go down the tree until it's within the block size, or is it I'll go up the tree until it's not exceeding that. It's something like that. And so like it'll stop and include everything below if weight less than max weight. Yeah, okay. So it's going down and including everything when it's below the max weight. So that you don't have like you're not loading like each individual element of the map based on it. You have like a minimum size, or like I guess a maximum size of each section of data in the file. And then this is generating that. This is crazy messy code. Serialize models and make a BVH that knows the file size of the branch. So that's like the weight. Boxin. Yes, of course, the boxin. Okay, so this is a list of models and their extents. And then it weighs the contents. I think it literally like serializes it or something. Size of model. Oh, hell no. Oh, goodness. Huh. And then we have like a whole thing. Oh, damn. That's actually not crazy. Messy code. This explains everything. Build the blocks. This is the main. Wait, the BVH isn't used? Oh, it's there. Okay. Collect special blocks. Yeah, okay. It's a recursive algorithm. Anyways, there's this file format that's pretty neat. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I think that the idea is good, but maybe it could be like cleaned up a little bit. Also, I'm not using it at all. Like this is the biggest map, bHop Arcane, and this is the loading speed. 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't know if I even need the streaming. It'll probably be like something I implement for fun. This is like 70 megabytes or something. It just reads the whole file and like it's just like less than a second. Oops. I want to listen to this. This looks like Counter-Strike. Funny you say that. Yeah, it's using CS textures. This is a Roblox map. No. This is this is the StrafesNet file that I converted from a Roblox map that is a port of a CS bhop map. So, yes, that was a physics bug. That's why it looks like CS. It's because it is effectively. Ah. Man, I love the exact nature of this. In the Roblox game, the hitbox has this like small amount of rounding on the bottom of it, where like it looks like this but less extreme. It's a cylinder that's fairly sharp on the corners, but it has like a tiny rounding. And what can happen is like if there's like a thing like this, and you like slide along the ground and go like this, you go like, and it like can jump up like that. But on the Strafe client, you have a like atomically sharp cylinder, so you just go like, boof, and you just hit the tiniest edge, which like hopefully the map makers avoid making tiny edges. But also, I may want to have like a sort of step up mechanic, like CS. I gotta keep writing unit tests. The other ones will need to be more like an integration test. How do I? Okay, I should be able to copy the integration test, but like create a custom test scene with two objects. No, I want that bug to go away. No. I have seen Roblox Surf, but not Roblox bhop before. Roblox bhop came first. I made Roblox bhop, and people begged me. I guess that's a bit of an extreme word, but like requested Roblox Surf. I was like, okay, well, easy enough for me. Control C, Control V, set the gravity to half. There it is, Roblox Surf. 6 months after bhop. There was a 6-month period where there was no Roblox Surf. Personally, I only really play bhop. So Surf, we get Surf for free because it's literally just the same code. Session. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I also want to think about how to do streaming, live streaming the data, because like I guess I just use the inner format and just it just like is manual. Is that good though? It's interesting. So like when you make a file, the file has a header. So the very first 4 bytes of the file is a 4-character code. Which is like SNFM or SNFB for a map or a bot. StrafesNet format. I thought long and hard about what I wanted it to be. Sniff 'em. And then like of course format version, and then this is how many bytes of the file you would have to load in order to know all of the like either spatial information for a map. So like the first data block of a map file is like a header that tells you where all of the other data is. So like if you go to this XYZ coordinate, which data block would I need to load to have the game objects in that area of the map? And the header has that information, but how long is the header? So that's what the priming information is, and that's the same for the bot file. How much of the bot file do you need to load to know about the rest of the bot file? So if I want to skip ahead to 1 hour and 32 minutes into the bot file, which section of the file is that? That's in the header, the file specific header. So the general file header has that information. Resource, not super sure about that. And then yeah, so these are data blocks, and then the locations is here. I wonder if it no, because I want to interlace the blocks. So like I also want to be able to have like a demo file where like you're just playing the game and you like load a map and then you jump through it, and then you load another map and you jump through it, and like you could like compile all of that information into a demo where it could like stream the whole thing on the fly, and like so the demo file would like integrate the map file. I don't know if that's the best idea. And it would integrate the bot files, and then like as the bot goes through the map, it would have the like map data sorted by the order with which you see it, so that it could load it in that order. And then the map and bot data is like interlaced according to when you need it, because like you need the first second of the bot, and then the first second of the map, and then the second of the bot, and you see a different part of the map. And so it would be sorted in that general order. I think that's a little bit insane. Like I could just have the map file itself be streamable, and then the bot file itself be streamable, and the demo file would just go, that's the map, that's the bot. Yeah, do I really need a demo file? But like then again, a demo file would be kind of like a source filmmaker sort of thing. Does what is a source filmmaker project? Can you like export it to a single file that includes all textures and all meshes and all the camera motion and stuff, and then like send that single file to I assume it's just a folder structure, and you would have to zip up the folder and then send the project if someone else wanted to open the source filmmaker project on their computer. So the demo could be the same thing where you just have a map file and you have a bot file. You don't need to interlace it. Yeah, maybe that's insane. So the demo file would just need load this map at this time, start playing this bot at this time, load this map at this time, start playing this bot at this time. And then it could do the streaming according to that. So that would mean that I don't need the block count in the file header. But then I have to duplicate that code. But it kind of sucks anyways. There's also session. Session is really cool. Session would be really useful for bug reports. So like imagine you're playing the game and then it crashes. The session is a complete recreation of how you use the application on like a session input level. So there's different levels of input. There's the like raw key inputs. That's like which keys you press, and then that gets converted to session inputs, which would be like a subset of that. It wouldn't be like a direct log of everything you did on your computer. It would be just the inputs to the session. So like if you're like menuing, well, that could be part of the session. It would only be the relevant information for your input to that game session. A session is like you join the game, you play, you leave the game. So replaying the session information would recreate all of the bots that you got, like the runs that you got. It would be able to recreate that information. It's like a superset. And it would recreate the internal client state. So like bots don't include you pausing the game. They're at a lower level. They're at the simulation level. So if you pause the game, the bot doesn't reflect that, but that is reflected at the session level. So the session replay, you would see the player pause the game. The bot level doesn't include that information. So it's like a higher level. I love this. This would be so useful for like trying to determine if players are cheating to get their world records, because like there should be like many hours of session information for a single world record, and you can't fake that. You would see them practicing and like literally using like practice and stuff. Like practice doesn't show up on the bots either, where like if you are like segmenting and loading a checkpoint, the bot just looks like one run, right? But then the session will see all of that attempt and then load checkpoint. It'll replay like that. People cheat in Roblox. My sweet summer child. Of course people cheat in Roblox. I rewrote the whole game in 2022 for about 2 years, up to 2022, to implement server authoritative physics, so that it makes it impossible to cheat. Basically, how the Roblox game works is you are remote controlling a server simulation. So it looks like you're playing the game, but what you're really doing is you're remote controlling the server playing the game. And your client, you are able to play it in real time without like really, really bad latency, because your client is running the same code and predicting the output of the server simulation. But the server simulation is the true simulation. This map is super long and hard. And then if your client mispredicts what the server is going to do, which doesn't happen very often, there's actually a UI for it. It's desync. Desync will happen soon. That's a development artifact. Desyncs used to be so common, but now they're like very uncommon. I think there's like 2 desyncs per hour. There's certain situations you can make it happen, but yeah, it's the server simulation is the ground truth. And the client is just predicting it. So the StrafesNet architecture is even better than that. Oosh! You don't need a server authority because you can have a limited set of simulation inputs and a deterministic simulation, so that the only possible moves you can play are valid moves. Kind of like a chess simulation where like it would reject invalid moves. So like you couldn't play teleport my king across the board. You can't tell the game to do something that's illegal. You can't run like teleport me to the finish, because that's not a valid game input. Oh my god, bruh. Yeah, this map is too hard. I've never played this game. Am I missing out? Like Bhop versus Surf? What about speed boost cheat? Also impossible, because you're remote controlling a simulation, right? So you, in order to complete the map, you must produce a valid series of inputs that gets you from the start to the end. That is the threshold you need to meet in order to get a time. So like you could cheat all you want on your client. You could speed boost, teleport across the map. It'll work. But no one else in the game will see you do that, because what they are seeing is actually the server validated simulation. So because you didn't produce inputs that teleported you across the map, and it's impossible to do so, they just see you like acting funny and weird. What would happen is like your character would be like doing something like this, where like the server simulation is desynchronized with the server, and it just looks like you're strafing into a wall. Because what you see on your client is no longer... Oh, look, resynchronization attempts. What you see on your client is no longer synchronized with the ground truth server simulation. What about slow-mo? It's... my detection isn't very good. But same thing, where there's no input you can send to the server to say, okay, make the simulation slow down. That's not a valid input. So you can't slow down the server simulation. It's not very hardened to doing that, but it's also pretty obvious for the moderation team. Like, watch. Practice mode, time scale 0.5. I love how I make the sound slow as well. Like, if I go time scale 0.2, and then I get the gauge, and I start going hard. So the tick rate of this game is 100 ticks per second, and the strafing indicator only updates on game ticks, so that's why it's all like low FPS looking. Uh-oh. Alright. Oh. Hold on. Record me. I forget how to finish the recording. You can't use that command, by the way. It's not a finished feature. Why did I get the meet meet the creator? Bruh. Ah. Okay. Record me. Finish recording. All right. So now if we spectate this, like this is very obviously timescaled. Like. What the hell is that purple thing? Like this just does not look like a human. How useful is having 2 GPUs? It causes some problems. Roblox Studio and VMs. It can be problematic. There's very few applications that are designed for multiple GPUs. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you got the money. So like things that can happen are like you can launch a game and it's running on your second GPU, and then the game has to like send the frames across to the other GPU, and so it's like 20 FPS across the PCI bus. It hasn't happened much recently. Like it's running on the correct GPU now. It's useful for AI because the AI can use both GPUs. It's useful for virtual machines. Yep. It's definitely a lot of work to set up virtual machines and like manage the multiple GPUs, and like it can cause problems. Like I can't use that new window manager that I was talking about, J, because it has a multi GPU bug where it just crashes because it's trying to like do multiple things on multiple GPUs, implicitly trying to use the same GPU in multi GPU contexts, and then it's like, where's my memory? Your memory is in another GPU. 0.7 time scale. What ends up happening is the server just kind of accepts that you're sending events slower. It's supposed to be able to detect it, but like I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. I'm interested. It unlinks my GPU and assigns it to VFIO. Really? You have hot plugging? I never figured that out. What? This map is too hard. Screw this map. 26. Spectate. Oh yeah, they're not finishing. 54. How close is this? Not close. This map is very hard and long. Which I want to do it on my main PC for fun. Then you should do it. Is it fun? If you enjoy configuring virtual machines and dealing with multi GPU issues like me, then yes, go for it. There's also the matter of like offloading. like naively you might think that like what if I offload the encoding to my second GPU for OBS so that my primary GPU can focus on rendering the game and I can have maximum performance. But it doesn't work. That doesn't really work like that because of memory locality. So if we look at this, I don't know why you would understand, or like general people would understand this, but like these are separate devices, right? So you can imagine these like PCI slots where it's like plugged in somewhere else and it has its own pool of memory on it. So if you are running, so this is OBS running and encoding video. If you're running that on the other GPU, how are the video frames getting there? They're going across the PCI bus. That is an expensive operation and will tax the game more than a simple GPU fence between when it's finished rendering and when it's allowed to start rendering the next frame that sends the frame to the encoder with zero copy, where like because the hardware encoder is on the same GPU as you're rendering your game, the game can render the frame and then the encoder can read it from the same buffer without copying it to like a separate buffer or like sending it across the PCI bus to another GPU and then doing the encoding. It's much more efficient to just encode on the same GPU because the encoder is separate silicon as well. It's not like you're like using the GPU resources for the game and then it has to use the GPU resources to encode. It can do both at the same time. There's separate silicon for both. It's slower to transfer the data between the GPUs. There's different trade-offs. It wouldn't be like strictly better. It might have certain advantages in certain scenarios, but like it's way more complicated in software, especially to make it efficient, and everything is already set up to have very efficient like just capture of single GPU and stuff. So there's a lot of unforeseen complications and like taxing considerations. Memory locality is the main issue with doing that. NUMA nodes. It's not NUMA nodes, but it's similar. I'm gonna heat my coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, so I wrote a few tests and then I got distracted. By my really cool game design of the game I already made. Alright. I tell you what. Okay, so what does the integration testing look like? So read file, load file. I shouldn't need a file. I should be able to just like make a physics data and like insert some like dummy models. Well, real models, but I forgot I did that. Oh my god, that's so good. Dude. Okay, physics data. What does that mean? That's like the maps physics data of like uh, the platforms are over here and the triggers are over here. Session. Session. Each player has a session. The replays can use the shared geometry. So like if you have a bot that's playing back, it doesn't need to have a complete copy of the map inside it, right? The simulation can just be the physics state, and there can be one shared map, models, and meshes information. And I did that. Let's go. And then all the replays contain their own simulations, and then the like playback information is so good. It's so good. Why is this? Oh, wow. It's very minimal. Recording. Oh yeah. It's actively recording you. This is like building up a recording, and this is playing back a recording. Gosh, I'm like, oh, it's laid out so clearly. Light session. Where? Here? Huh? Here? Light session. Oh, light session, as in like another player playing gaming. So okay, so there's three different categories. There's like you are playing the game. There is someone else is in the same server as you and is playing the game, and there is a replay, a bot of someone also playing back, and your client has to like handle those. And in the Roblox game, those are all kind of like the same thing, and like they're kind of like just kind of mushed together. Whereas with this, I can like explicitly have like clearly laid out stuff. What about moving objects? Yeah, that would need to be that is actually represented in the physics state. If we go in here, physics state, world, it would be separate world states. So, the map information would contain like the initial default state of those moving objects, and then the world state would contain the current state of the objects. And currently there's only one world state, the empty world state. There is no moving objects, but I've already thought about this. I beat you to it. How long ago? A year ago. And I implemented the texture loader at the same time. Okay, I need to actually write code. Oh my god, bro. Why is it a struggle? All right, let's just start writing it. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make a test where you would stop hitting something at the same time that you start hitting something else. Oh my god. Physics data. No? Is that allowed? Oh, data. Default. Okay. Add butter. How do I add butter? Add model. Data generate models from a map. I think I just want to like smash in the models instead of doing all that. Does this generate the AA baby? Yeah. I just realized I could do multi-threading when loading the map. You can load the graphics and the physics at the same time. I wonder how much faster that'd be. Probably like twice as fast. It's probably about the same amount of work. Will not be doing that right now. Denormalize. Really need some type safety there. Oh, I did. Epic. Oh my god. GG. So I want to add models. What is separable? BVH models modes. I feel like modes is just there, right? Yeah, you just denormalize it and it's done. I should make it immutable. I should make it so you construct physics data from a map and then there's no mutable methods. So you literally just replace the physics data. And it includes the hitbox. It shouldn't. I'm trying to make a complex simulation, a complex test. So instead of just like two objects, do they hit? I need to have three objects. I need to have one object tested against colliding with two objects at the same time. I want to make like where you hit the corner and I want to make it where you hit as you just stop hitting something else. But like, I don't really have a way to put together a test scene. This is the only way to construct physics data. Well, mutate. It has a default constructor. I guess that's fine. Default constructor. This shouldn't mute self. This should be like from map or something. Dude, I could literally this could literally be like a from impl. Maybe I should just do that right now. Okay, here we go. So, generate models. What are you talking about? We don't do that. Yeah, that's the only impl. Sick. Okay, so impl from map for physics data from self. Boom. It's not pub. And then no caution needed because it's literally immutable. Very poggers. So literally, instead of like ding dong equals like this, something else happens. Self. Oh my god. It's infallible, which is interesting. So we got those ones. This one is kind of an outlier. Liar. Oos. How does it work? Do I just use the default? I don't actually know. Alright, I'm just gonna let it sit. Rather like that. Okay, what if I say default? Is that loud? No. Where's the default impl then? Where? There it is. Default calculate mesh. Nah. Nah. Or wait. I might actually want to keep that. Because that breaks other things. We'll see. Map dot yeah, this is stupid. Modes. Get mode. Mode ID. Main. I forgot. And then dot unwrap dot. Does it even have? What the hell? What the hell? Where am I? Here it is. Mode. Does it even have a style on it? It does. Mode.style. There's just no accessor. Into inner. Get style. Okay, GG. There is an accessor. Get style. And then dot calculate mesh. Copy. True. So now it calculates the hitbox from the main mode. This should not exist here. This is totally an outlier. Okay, what's going on over here now? So no default because no default. I guess it's not really a from impl, is it? Like you're not. Well, it is actually. But it's more like. It doesn't consume it. Like when you call into. It's like you're consuming the object. You're turning it into something else. But that's not what's happening here. Isn't this whatever into, so like right here I would write this equals map dot into, and that would do it. So I'm replacing the object rather than mutating the object. So I think what I want here is physics data empty instead of default. So then we put this back, but we call it empty. What do you want? Who did this? Oh, there it is. Self default new with body physics state what? Self physics state what? Oh, I frickin' changed the wrong function like an idiot. There it is. Physics data empty pub function empty. I want to get away from default. I think that default is actually kind of bad. Really? David Bowie. Main tests. Default. Yeah, so here we go like physics data help equals map.into instead. And it's literally immutable, which is poggers. Yeah. So like I could do like physics data from map. That's like I think that's better than what I have here. It's still not great, but like I don't need it to be mutable. It's more beautiful from Map. It's fewer lines of code. Oh, yo. Damn, that was a kind of a juicy change. I'm not entirely sure about the from amp ball. May want this to be just a direct constructor instead. How about new? How about new? Well, I'm just gonna call it new. So there's new and there's empty. What the hell is this crap doing here? Get out of here, boy. So then, new, empty. GG. And then now instead of from, we do new. So now it makes sense. Physics, data, new, map, GG. Oh. GG. Okay. Ah. Ah. Move code. Please, sir. Please, sir. Please do not do this to me, sir. Think it's here? Please. Oh. Okay, that should do it. Move the code, and then these are the kinds of inspired Rust changes. So instead of mutating an existing object, which is never supposed to be mutated, I always create a new one. And it's effectively what it was doing anyways. I just hadn't codified it correctly. And it's less code, it's more safe. Physics data is immutable after construction. I wonder if I can like codify that and say never mute or something. Although so for streaming map data, it would be modifying the physics data. But this is good for now because it's totally immutable. Poggers. What is up? This is a really good change. Codifies rules. So instead of use with caution, use freely. with existing interfaces. This is a little bit whack, I guess. Modes, get mode and wrap, get style, calculate mesh, xddd. Hitbox mesh needs to die, but it can die another day. It compiles, so it works. Except for the tests that I added that fail. Haha. So it was just using the default hitbox. Let's see what happens. It should just work perfectly and normally. Okay. Let's go. I need to write the test. I have to write the test. Right. I was gonna make like mutable methods on the physics data, but it's so pure as it is now. Ow. What? I didn't expect I made that jump. Ooh. Little Minecraft. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Come on, let's dance. Oh, damn. Well, I wrote the test that failed. That is actually a very good development. Failing tests are conspicuous to the ADHD developer. So even if I don't fix them today, I will fix them another day. Why do your tests fail when I run the code? Because it's broken. Because I didn't make it right. I've slowly built up the test suite and like been able to why does it work differently from Roblox? I've been able to keep the old tests passing while passing new tests as well, which like that's the test suite. Yep. But like it should continue to expand. Mouse move. And like even if I rewrite the entire physics, oh damn, lost all speed. Even if I rewrite the entire physics, it should still pass because it's like primitive physics operations. Like you go like that and you hit something. Do you hit it? So even if I like completely change the algorithms, like I was doing last time I was working on the Strafe client, the tests are still valuable. Testing is great. Oh, yeah, I've identified a new failure mode. I thought of this when I was first writing it, and I was like, how does it cover space? how do objects cover space? Because it's effectively voxel space. It's just like nanometer scale voxel space. And like float is the same, where like there's effectively a finite amount of positions you can occupy and like stuff, but it's all like just skewed, stretched, and like differing precision in different areas. So with floating point, it's a huge mess, but with fixed point, everything is uniform, and I can fully ensure that everything is precise down to the last nano unit, I guess. Oh my god. Damn. I also need to fix this bug. Whoa, where's the bug? Okay. I like specifically don't do that. I like know all the bugs, and I don't play the game in a way which activates the bugs, which is why I need to write them down, is because I'm so knowledgeable about all the bugs and avoid them so accurately that they become like the wind. Second nature. Oh yeah, that bug happens, but like it's not a problem. It is a problem. Fix it. No clip. I can really just do whatever I want, huh? I could just like drop everything and start making no clip. No! What is that speed? There's a bug where it you get stuck getting boosted. Like the booster doesn't go away. Oh my god. What is happening? Ah! See? I was getting boosted the other way. I was like, god damn it. The acceleration should not be persistent state. That is messed up. Ah! What? How did I get there? The more I do this, the more bugged it gets. Yeah! What? What the what? Alright, it's too buggy. Unlucky. Okay, what I need to do is I need to like... What if I... make them... models and modes? But what about the map? Okay, what if I make a custom complete map? But like that includes like textures and stuff, so it's like a little bit extra. Damn. McDonald's owns my soul. I want to go to Chipotle. I was thinking about the price calculation. I was thinking like, okay, actually, I don't know. Is $400 a month like normal to spend on groceries? That was like what I saw I spent on groceries. So if I have Chipotle every weekend, that's like $17 4 times a month. So that's like an $80 a month subscription. If I'm spending $400 a month on groceries and 1/7 of my food is coming from Chipotle, that's that's about twice as expensive as groceries, which like so I would use like $40 less groceries, but then be getting $80 with Chipotle. These are the things I think about. I don't want to mutate it. So I want to. Okay, let's look at this data structure. Modes, attributes. Okay, what if I have like. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. I could use like one object twice. 5 by 5 by 5. That's what I want. I want to have like 5 by 5 by 5 blocks. Oops, like this. Should look like that. Is that 5 by 5 by 5? I don't actually know. It doesn't evince the bugs, so maybe it's not 5 by 5 by 5. Oh, it's so smooth and excellent and buggy. Like, imagine if it was smooth and excellent and not buggy. And like there was a leaderboard and like there's like, oh my god, the dream is so big. It's worth like coming back into the huge project. I just clipped inside of that. I remember when there was a bug where you could touch this wall and you would spawn on top. I fixed that bug. I did that. Progress. Now I'm forced to go the long way around, not the wrong way around. Oh my god, I'm in there. So how should I phrase the code? So I need to construct a physics data somehow. That physics data, oh, it happens that soon? I used to... Oh. That's kind of useful. Does it happen on that side? Yes, it does. Okay, does it happen on the back side? Yes. So it just doesn't happen on the front side? It also happens on the front side. Okay. Well, that's a lot sooner. Why doesn't it happen at the spawn area? Oh. Ah! Come on. Maybe they might be like lifted slightly. I don't know. Like it seems like a precise thing. From my inspection of the bug yesterday, I believe it's caused by a collision end event at the same time as a collision start event. Do I have prints? No, I don't have prints. Fingerprints. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, I need to generate a test scene with like nice functions. I want to keep the physics data immutable. You know what I could do is I could make a test scene directly, and I could like just test scene into physics data, and that would be acceptable. Like simple scene. So this is like scene tests. I don't know, I'll just call it tests. Okay, so we're gonna go like struct test scene. And it's gonna be a subset of map. So it's gonna have meshes models. And then we go like new function add mesh. Push. So then we go like, oh. Oof. Situation. So then use common model self. Actually, why bother? Model mesh model mesh ID. Will I need model ID? I don't know. Oh my goodness gravy. Okay. So then we have push model model. I don't think I need model ID. I mean, it's shrimpable. It's fine. Models. The models. GG. Okay, and then we go like, yeah, bud. Into physics data. I could like trade. I don't know. Whatever. Use create physics data from So we gotta go like, hey, I'm a map. Map equals to map. Complete map. How do you map? Who did this? What's a map? Map. Pub. Oh. So we got, ooh. Right. So we probably don't want this. We probably want, we'll probably want like mesh ID and everything just uses one dingus. And it constructs a model on the fly. So mesh ID, and then transform. What is it? Affine 3. Where? Do like this. So we have to go like model equals model. Attributes is collision attributes ID. New 0. Color is freaking, we literally don't care. Glam vec for 1 situation. Really, glam? Why does the physics have glam? I should probably remove that. Oh my god. So, who lives this? Model. Is this in model? No. Use common attributes. Boom, right there. Boom. Okay. So we're pushing a very simple model. Use this mesh ID, use this transform. Year. Push mesh instance, because it's not, it's omitting a couple fields. Oh my god. So then complete map model map and we should be able to go like physics data new reference complete map, boom, and like everything goes there. So modes, we go like boom, 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 let boom equals boom, I don't know, and then scene dot meshes models attributes. Ooh. This might be a bit tough. Models, modes. Because like it just throws out all this other information. Wait a second. So what if I could totally change this actually. So it only refers to modes, models, attributes, meshes. I guess I can just do this though. Like I do need to go modes. How do I, what the hell? How do I like make a mode? Wow. Gameplay modes. Modes builder. Maybe I change it down here. So instead of doing this crap, I just keep going like this, like style modifiers, default, calculate mesh like that. And then that way the modes don't have to exist. For real. Is there a constructor? No. Yeah. Yeah. Vec. New. Why? Normalize modes. Normalize. Okay, and then attributes is just vec. Collision. Wait, is that a thing? No, collision attributes. Okay, it is attributes. Okay, collision attributes. Contact default. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so our test scene can be real. How do I make this mesh? Should I move it to integration tests? And it can be like a non-ignored test. Because then I could use... I forgot. Mesh builder Roblox mesh. I could use the Roblox mesh and be like, ah, yes, Roblox, yes. And be like, yes. Primitives, yes. Cylinder, yes. Or cube. And like make a freaking cube and then be like, yeah, this is a cube. to do. Fix face texture orientation. Oh, hell nah. What is this? Unit corner wedge. Unit wedge. Unit cube. So I would grab this function. Actually, is that even available? It is not. It's private, bro. Bro, it's a private function. I just want to build a touch scene with 2 cubes. I just want to build it. Is there a core IO cursor? No. What's in core IO? Oh my god. Almost nothing. Borrowed cursor? What? What? Why is that not just a cursor? Alright. I've done pretty well so far, but I can't make the meshes in my test scene. So if I do like, ooh, test, hold on, test scene. I guess I should call it that, test scene builder. Oh crap. Come on. Skip. So I'm gonna hear like, oh, test scene builder. Big. Okay. Try to type big. Okay, that's a testing build. So now we go like, oh, I'm a test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Like this. Simultaneous events. We go like, oh, simultaneous events. Oh, and it's like, builder equals testing builder new. And then we go like, ooh, I'm a testing builder. It's like builder dot push mesh. Now we need a mesh. So it's like, oh, let me just make a mesh. No, you can't. You have to like smash all this together. Mesh builder. The builder is like real, but like you have to push the vertexes. So, ugh. I feel like adding the Roblox thing as a dependency here just to share the functions, but I'm not so sure. The Roblox cube is like a mesh specific to Roblox, believe it or not, because it has texture orientation on the faces are specific to Roblox. So even though it's called Unit Cube, it's really Roblox Unit Cube. I don't have a man. I have a man. I have a man. Wait, what about this? I have a cube here. Oh, I'm using that in tests. So this, the physics mesh cube is like agnostic to Roblox. It doesn't have texture data. Like it does like specify the vertices in a particular order, but the physics itself is supposed to be invariant to like the order with which you describe the face. I guess it might actually matter though, because like if you're like crawling along an edge, it'll like slightly affect the order. I don't know. It's kind of tough. What about a mesh unicube? Yeah, the mesh needs to have the texture information. Texture information comes from... So that's the trouble with building from a map like this. So if I just had mutable methods on the physics data, I guess I could configure them to be test only. Dan Hartman is trying his best. I thought I had it. The meshes are more complicated. What if... I might want to make surf tests, though. Code. So, no, yeah, it's better to build the scene with code, because then when I update the map file format, I don't need to like generate a new map. Because like, you know, I would need to generate it from code anyway, so code is better. Do I literally like make a wedge? Wedge for surfing. Why is this so hard? I just want to like make a test scene. I just don't have a cube builder. Should be able to just copy the code, I guess. Here. Mew. Physics. And then so we need like freaking like -1 and then like -1, and that's like 2 tiny cubes. I think I want it to have it be 5 by 5 though. Unicube scaled up to 5 because that like exercises some of the scaling code. Okay, how does the other things work? Physique. Right, it doesn't even use the physics data, that's right. Just here. So we make our body. And then we make a physics state with body. Then we run input instruction. Oi, 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 oi. Idle. The idle input instruction. Pretty neat. Why don't I feel like it? I gotta do it, man. Do it. Do it. Do it. Testing. Testing. Oh damn, I implemented into. Insane. Read entire file. You know that is like, oh, I see into a cursor. Whatever. So lazy. I gotta do it. This is nice. I didn't foresee this way of doing things. I don't know why I never wrote edge case tests. That's like pretty obvious. What about the stop hit? Hmm. Um. This thing sucks. I'm gonna run into every single problem with this. Alright, what about a little break? Breaky break? What if I take a break for a full day? What if I go get Chipotle? What else can I work on? What did I write down? Write unit test for double cover time and space edge cases. Double cover time. Right, that's the ones I'm working on now and I'm groaning about. Bugs! Oh, the other thing. Right. Physics, new physics. Holy smoking donuts. Naive vertex searches. Alternate naive vertex searches. I vaguely do remember what that means. Does this run? Oh boy. Nice comment names. It's just a test branch. What are you using to manage comments? This is Sublime Merge. They don't offer a dark mode unless you buy a license. Oh my god. Why didn't it? Oh, that was before times. Okay. Okay. So either I think it's gonna like not compile. Oh, it just fails all the tests. Okay. So I must have got here and be like, all right, I wrote code. It doesn't work. Let's go. And then I just started working on the maps website. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I didn't finish. That looks pretty juiced, actually. Buh. Well, it's more code. No way. So this is the to-do fundamentally improve this algorithm technique. And I think this is faster than what I was doing before. Oh my god. What? What's going on over here? Oh. GG. Okay. How about you now? Oh. Oh. Miss. I see. I see. So it used miss in the pre-crawl and used hit in the crawl. This was pretty cool. Fixing linting. What's up here? Yeah, okay. Okay, so then we fail the test down here. Okay, so these pass because they miss, and it never even ever succeeds to calculate a hit. So it's like, it didn't hit, but it was supposed to hit. And it never hits because the algorithm doesn't work. What if I break point? What if I go like, hey, break point, and then like, debug session. Wait, what's this? What? Really, the problem with debug mode is you can't see anything. So like, oh yeah, there's a value. Great, what is it? Yeah, but also my crap is pointer. Impel Azraf. Slice of edges. It's running my code, it just doesn't work. So it's like looking around in the mesh. True. V0 changed to true. Oh. We looped. What happened? Repeatedly check adjacent vertex permutations to see if they are closer. So it's like it's crawling the surface of the true false. Oh, it broke out. Okay, so it like went once and it's like, all right, that's good. So maybe that part of the algorithm is working. Yeah, so it's changed vertex 0 from 3 to 6. Okay. Now you have the two closest vertices. Oh. Vert edges, edge verts, vert faces, face verts. And so it's probably gonna exit somewhere in here. We'll see. Okay, so we start off in the list of edges. Get a undirected edge. Get the vertices of the edges. Got them. Subtract. Is doing something. Is positive. No. Okay, next. No. Next. No. Next. Oh, we're in the next loop. Is positive. No. Is positive. No. Is positive. No. Next loop. So what happened? Why is it checking vert edges? What does that mean? You have the two closest vertices. Okay, so it's seeing if lowering down onto one of the edges. Okay, you can imagine it's like we have two meshes and they exist somewhere. The Minkowski sum is like the Minkowski sum of the two meshes, and what's going on is it's trying to find the closest point between the two meshes. So that might be a vertex and a face is the closest point. It might be a vertex and a vertex is the closest point. It might be that a vertex and an edge is the closest point. And it's trying to figure that out. So at the beginning of the algorithm, you now have the two closest points. So maybe it's like this, and like these two vertices are close, but it's actually closest to a face. So it tested the edges, and the edges aren't closer, it thought. Which, like, that's interesting. It would probably step down to a edge and then down to a... So it probably should have done this. I don't know, but... Okay, so then face. Okay, we're in the loop. Test the face's Voronoi column. So that's like a column of air coming off of the surface that's perpendicular to the surface and gets cut off by the edges. So it's like a column going above the face. So like if your point exists in that column, then the face is the closest point on the mesh. The test point is outside. What the hell is going on here? Is this supposed to be an outer continue? Huh. So it's always going in here. This has got to be an outer Verona column. Otherwise, this code literally does nothing. Okay, well that's the first bug. So I think that's just like a speed up. Why would I need to do that? Okay, it has no. It's a non-consideration. So you must not consider the face if it's outside the Voronoi column. But like, wouldn't it end up on a face then? Are we gonna end up on a face? Let's see. No. Okay. No. We're now down to F1. No, we're still in this loop. There's 3 vert faces, which makes sense. No. Okay, vert faces, 4 vert faces? Oh, no, okay, we're on to the next loop. Face, verts. We have yet to like edit it at all. And then it's just like, I'm done. I don't know what it thinks it is. So it must have said there is none. So I should have said step into? I don't know. Predict collision in, it's gonna just skip. I don't know. Oh, it's going out, I see. Alright. So that was a little bit helpful. Alright, what if I run these tests again? I didn't see it like go into the loops and like try, so I don't know. what's going on. Well, it compiles. Huh. I'm not really sure how to tell what's going on and what if it's supposed to succeed or fail. Why don't I build the project and then like fly around and see what it's like. I expect that nothing will work anywhere and it'll like just crash or something. Alrighty. So I'll fall through the map and then like, can I touch anything? No, nothing works. That's what I expected. Is it faster? So I guess I'll load Arcane. I'll fly to the like here. Where's the here? So previously, if you were like moving the mouse here, it was like giga slow. Okay, I saw a little bit of a frame rate dip, but it's not nearly as much. So if I get this, yeah, it dips to like 1700, which is a lot higher than like 200. So I hope I can get this working, because like it's a way better algorithm, or faster. I'm not entirely sure about its soundness and like if it actually like can solve the problem. But it looks like it'll fix the lag, which is great. And then I can benefit from other optimizations as well. What if I just like do this? Yeah, no, that's good. It's so tough. Yeah, it's gonna be really tough to figure out this algorithm again. I don't remember what I was doing. I don't know how to tell what's going wrong or how to test it. Why would it not work? It said that it returned a vertex, and like the rest of the algorithm is the same. So like, wouldn't that and then go in here and crawl a fev? Wouldn't it be doing like that? Where, so collision in. Shut up. Oh, I have to do debug. Okay, so we got here. I have no idea what the fev is. I guess I can like look. Should say fev is. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, so it said that the fev is so these are all the interpretations of the tagged union. So this could just be garbage data. False. Oh. I do believe it's a vert. And this is the correct interpretation. Miss. And that's it. Just like crawl, miss. That's how it should be. That's like this algorithm is, if you have it set up, it should be really fast. The slow part is you have to is like I was leveraging the algorithm to set itself up by like crawling in from infinity, and that's like a waste of CPU cycles when you can just like find the closest point instead. I feel like I'm going insane. I think I'm just like more and more of my life is like fast thinking instead of slow thinking, and so living feels different. But I'm still there. I still have a good brain, and I come out of the fast thinking for programming because it's freaking hard. Sometimes it feels like I'm not as smart as I was in the past, but like time and time again, I've proven that false and made cool new things. I'm struggling to get in the mood to like deep dive and like design these intense algorithms. Yeah, there's two things I need to do here. I need to fix the tests that I just wrote, and I need to design the better algorithmic setup for the crawl. And it's like not being responsive at all. Like we saw that the setup algorithm ran. This is the setup algorithm. It just has to find the closest fev that's not inside the Minkowski sums, because like the Minkowski sum can represent fev means face edge or vertex. certain combinations of faces and edges on the different meshes can like cancel out and like be not on the convex hull. So that's what not inside means. It's like it's not inside the Minkowski sum. So like I believe this is guaranteed to be on the surface. If so, like my crawling query functions are designed to stay on the surface if you start on the surface, but there's not really any guarantee if you don't start on the surface, because otherwise it'd have to be like fallible. So it guessed, and then it ran all this code and nothing happened. And then it just passed out the guess. Which should be a valid code path if the meshes are like this. And it just guesses that this point and that point are the closest and nothing else is closer. That's a valid execution. But doing that every time when they're not actually like that, I didn't ever see it dive into here or here or here or here. I did see it go here. It did run one of these changes to permute to an adjacent vertex. So that would be like this or something. So if they're arranged like this, and we're trying to find the closest point between them, and it's like, yes, we'll start with this and this. So this vertex and this vertex. And it goes, oh, wait a minute. If I go to this vertex, that's closer. That's like what that part of the algorithm is. That's what that could mean. Repeatedly check adjacent vertex permutations to see if they're closer. So yeah, I don't know why I'm getting nothing out of it. Like it returns something, but nothing happens. It should like do something. It should fail sometimes instead of always. Finding the outer thing was good though. This thing. It's like this doesn't make sense unless it's supposed to continue to the outer. I'm kind of done. What did I do today? I added some edge cases and moved some code. Physics is really hard. I would love to like work on infrastructure and like make leaderboards and stuff, but there's no game. You just fall through the ground. There's too many bugs where you fall through the ground. I've got to solve that. I'm really struggling to do that. It's my goal before the end of the year. I've done this in the past where if I just keep trying, keep banging my head against the problem, one day I'll come up with a solution. It's never failed me, but it sure is demoralizing when it's at this level where I'm designing a physics engine and it's so difficult to understand what my own code does. Because I'm not a genius every day. I only get that sometimes. It is an amazing privilege. In the zone, in the flow state. I'm gonna go chomp Chipotle. I'll be back tomorrow attempt more code. What is it? Introspection. Introspection is like inspecting yourself. And I am not the code. One's own thoughts. I guess you can kind of say that because I wrote the code, but I'm not the same guy anymore. I don't remember what I was thinking at the time. Oh, a view of the inside, a looking inward. Kind of works. Code introspection. I see. Type introspection. That makes more sense. Yeah. It's really hard. Duh, you're making a game engine. Alright. This is the hardest part. If I figure this out, everything else is easier than this. And like I benefit from like maintainability of Rust, where I can come back and fix these deep bugs, and I have all those tests to help me prevent making regressions. And then when I do make regressions, inevitably I can make a test to prevent it again. Wow, we love tests. I can't believe how much I love tests. Like I was just not a tester in Lua, which like you can tell because I have literally 0 tests on my Roblox game. I should definitely have tests for publishing updates, but it's just YOLO every time. Including what I did today, the update to the game RPC. I did like launch the staging place and like check to make sure that the game ran, but like that's about as far as I go. It's hard. Yeah, I wasn't able to like get the test scene thing working because I didn't have enough like primitive construction to where I can like just make a cube. I need to like write an algorithm that generates a cube. Ugh, I can't be bothered. I might just YOLO it and like move the tests to the integration tests. Why don't I write that down and I'll see how I feel tomorrow. YOLO the test scene to the integration tests and depend on Roblox loader primitives to be lazy. GG. On the fence about streaming dev. Too cool to stream. Don't want people to steal your ideas. Have you seen oh god, I don't remember. YouTube channel. Rust YouTube channel. What you're doing is insane to me. So ding. There's like a okay, so what I was trying to refer to was this dude said ideas are worthless, give them away for free. And like that's a really like hot take, considering some ideas are worth millions. But I like sharing. I like learning from other people's ideas and stuff, right? Where like I would rather use the best idea than my own idea. So if sharing gets me better ideas, it's worth it personally. Like if someone says, "Wow, your code is stupid. You should do this instead." That's an absolute win for me. I see that as an absolute win. Um, I haven't really had, as far as I know, problems with people stealing my code. People have said that they've tried and that they're like uh, using OCR and like going on the stream and stuff. But like the entire game has been leaked previously. Like I uploaded to an old version of a place that I made public, and so there's versions of bhop floating around from like 2017, and I know that that's also true of like Phantom Forces, and like Roblox had a general everything is vulnerable bug. So like basically everything was leaked at one point. So like it's game development is almost entirely composed of implementation rather than the idea, right? So making a game is like 3% you have a good idea for a game, and 97% you took the idea to its logical conclusion and well, not that, but like you implemented it. You actually wrote the game. Most of it is just doing the work to get it done. So if someone steals your idea and actually makes a game out of it, good on them, because 97% of that is their own work. Like, I say that I would love to have competition, like bhop competition on Roblox. It would force me to do better, but I'm not entirely sure if that would be good for me. But like I don't have competition because I'm so far beyond everyone else. But that's not because I had a better idea. Like people have thought of making a bhop game on Roblox before. It's because I have spent multiple thousands of hours making a bhop game. You have competition soon, surely. I've heard that before. Yeah, I have stickiness as well. Almost done. So you're halfway done. %? Yeah, that's halfway. The first 90% is half the work. The final 10% is the other half. More motivation. And I'm feeling low. I just have insane habits. Start working every day, even if you don't feel like working, and get more than nothing done. That is an insane level of productivity compared to me from 5 years ago. That's what I do already. Well, then we're the same. Force myself doing that. A year ago? 5 years. I learned how to work 5 years ago and have made many things. This is only within. No, this is 5 years. 41 repositories. Force myself to have a rhythm, otherwise I get depressed. Can relate. Like that feeling of I really should be doing this, but you just don't. When you have the work habit and you start work every day and you get more than nothing done, that simply doesn't happen. You don't get the like I really should. You don't get the guilt. It's fantastic. Oh man, I was working. This is 11 months ago. Oh right, because I moved it in to the project. When was it the last update? How do I see that? I go to the front. Lib. BSP loader. It should be like a few months ago. Lints. See history. Last month, expect instead of allow. Update common. Load generic mesh. 3 months, 4 months. Precise width conversion. What the hell is that doing? I see. Oh, I see. Okay, that's like that's what I'm looking for. I was wondering how much in tree benefit I have, where like where I'm not directly working on this, but something else affects the code, and so I have to go update it as well. So that's implement precise width conversion is an in tree benefit. GATS. Oh my god, it's GAT. This is kind of crazy. I was a genius this day. Like, I knew how lifetimes worked. Must be nice. Got rid of phantom data? That's very epic. Implement ladders and water. Yeah, I guess end of the stream. What are you doing? You can tell when I started working every day. Yeah. Oh, did you see my my thingy? $5,000. Imagine that, but for 5 years. How productive I feel. Also tell when I have to take breaks. Yeah, let us shop cleanly. The thing is, like, the comments, I like to make a lot of small comments instead of like completing something and doing one comment. I'll just like go and I'll like thrash the git and like perfect the comments and like push, force push, redo it, push again. I like save scum using git. But still, hell yeah, I got the big strong developer look. You do need consistency at least. And plus, I have that on GitHub as well. Where's my thing? Profile. How do you do that? Profile. Let's go. These are like 1 week projects. on GitHub. I did one recently, the callback. It's fantastic. Empty repos you commit to. I don't know what that means. Alright. I'm craving Chipotle. I'm gonna go waste $7 when I could spend $7 less, but have that nice, easy, delicious meal. Goodbye. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll have these things rattling around my head. Come in again, try again. Hopefully tomorrow I'm a super genius.